Hi there, Macam here for my 35th video for WyrmbergGames, and today I'll be sharing with you my expected Kickstarter games for 2026. For those who don't know, Kickstarter is one of those crowdfunding type websites where creators of content ask the general public to pledge funds up front so they can get their project off the ground and cover the costs of materials and manufacturing and all the rest of it, so that the finished product can then go on sale and prove there's a market for it. Or not. Used for very many different things, but board games have found a very solid base on Kickstarter because idiots like me keep backing stuff. One of the perks of being a backer is that if the project does get off the ground, there's always a slight risk it won't, but if it does, I'll get it before it goes on general sale. That's the theory anyway. And there's also various bonuses and extra content you can get through being a backer. And unless I've miscounted or completely forgotten something, I have 6 board game related things backed on Kickstarter or equivalent. And in no particular order, or rather in the order that I could remember what they were. I've got Tiny Epic Dungeons 2 by WyrmbergGames. I'm a bit of a frothing at the mouth nut around Tiny Epic games. They come in these fantastic small boxes and they're literally stuffed chock full of content. And although every game of the series begins with Tiny Epic, they are all very, very different to each other. Some of the space-saving mechanics may be the same, but the gameplay, the theme, and the whole look is different from each game. A couple of years ago they did Tiny Epic Dungeons, which was a typical dungeon crawler style game, and the first one in which they included miniatures. Absolutely brutal game, absolutely love it, but I'm yet to win it. One of these days I will. And this looks to be a direct continuation, sequel. I think it can be a standalone on its own right, so you don't necessarily need the first one, but it's completely compatible with the first one. Comes with some more figures as well. I couldn't say no to this one. I've almost got the whole set of these. There's a couple still outstanding, and I'm not interested in the Tiny Epic Game of Thrones one that they did. I also mentioned that they do play as great one-player games as well, each and every single one of them. Some are better than others, obviously, but really good stuff. So looking forward to Tiny Epic Dungeons 2, and that I should be receiving sometime in the second month of the year, to March. Next up, there is the Cosmoctopus sequel, Beyond the Inky Realm. I kickstarted the original, really enjoy it. It's a fun little resource gathering, engine building game where players move a communal octopus from place to place to activate actions, and this will add an extra layer of complexity and interest to it. And it also comes with a gorgeous plushie as well. I got the plushie for the first one, getting another plushie for this one. This one's just gone through the Kickstarter stage, so I'm not expecting this one until nearer the end of the year. They're by Paper Fort Games. Next up is the Frosthaven Miniatures by WyrmbergGames. Hope I pronounced that right. A few years ago, Frosthaven was the biggest kickstarted board game ever. Quite a lot of fuss was made about it. I got on the bandwagon and got it. Hasn't been played nearly as much as I'd hoped, but seriously was to change that. And it came with hundreds of tokens that represented the various creatures that you fight in the dungeon crawler style game. However, they announced they were going to do a miniatures release for all the creatures and other things that you summon. For some weird reason I backed it. I'm not quite sure why. So that's going to be a heck of a lot of painting happening when it comes. It's taken its sweet time, which is one of the good things about Silverflare. You back something and you can forget about it. But at some point, possibly this year, maybe next year, I'm going to get a ton of miniatures turn up. Yeah, I'm kind of both looking forward to it and dreading it. I said I'm getting it in 2026, optimistically. It could happen. Next up is another Paper Fort Games, and that's Terraria, the board game. Yes, the video game phenomenon that blatantly copied Minecraft, but got Notch's blessings for doing so, has a board game variant. Ostensibly I got this because the kids were really into it and I thought they'd like it, but actually this looks pretty good. I have spent a lot of time playing Terraria myself, and I should be getting that from the second month of the year onwards. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Next up is Draconis by WyrmbergGames. This was a bit of a spur of the moment. I'm a huge fan of Star Realms, and also backed the Sorcerer game and the Endbringer expansion. I also got the Robot Quest Arena, so WyrmbergWizard is almost an automatic back thing in the same way that WyrmbergGames is, Tiny Epic Games are. This looks to be a smaller game, card-based, with some nice square cards, which depending on which orientation they're at, depends on what they do. Can't remember more about it than that, but I thought, give it a go, it looks a bit fun. Got dragons in it. Fortunately, WyrmbergWizard have had a bit of issues lately, what with the rising costs and the tariffs and everything, and they've had to downsize their company a fair bit. They're still working their hardest to get this out, but it's no longer a guarantee. And like Celefala, they're another company that do take a very long time to get things out after you back them. Another one I've said 2026 optimistically, but we'll see whether or not that will come out. And then finally, another almost spur of the moment one was Star Driven Gateway. This is by Rock Manor Games. It was spacey wacy, came with lots of bits and plastic spaceships and tiles. It looked like a mini Twilight Imperium. Now, I've never played Twilight Imperium. I'd love to give it a go one of these days, but you know, the fact that a game will last at least 9 hours to play out has been a bit daunting, which is why I've not bought it for myself, because A, it's a massive box, and B, no one I know has the staying power to sit down for 11 hours to play a game. Hell, I don't think I have. Would love to play it one day, but this one looks like a more slimlined version of it. It might not have anything to do with it at all, but I was reminded of it. It's a spacey racy, space battle, exploration, territories, conquest, with the board made out of tiles, where you go to a tile and you flip it over to discover what's there and react to what's going on. So it wasn't an instant back, but I thought about it and I thought, actually, why the hell not? This looks great. I like spacey racy games, so I did. And that should be turning up anywhere between March and April. So unless there's anything I've forgotten, that is all I've got outstanding through the Kickstarter program, and 4 of which will be turning up within the next few months. And 2 might turn up by the end of the year, maybe. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Have you Kickstarted anything lately, or are you interested in any of the 6 I've just done? Needless to say, I will do an unboxing for as and when these turn up. I do have an unboxing to do for Flamecraft Duel, which turned up just before Christmas. Not so much an unboxing, I mean, we've already unboxed it and played it, but I could show that one off. I'm also thinking of doing a deeper dive video into the Tiny Epic games, because there's a lot to be said there. If you're excited to see that sort of thing, let me know, then I'll go ahead and do it. Or if you really don't want to see that, then say it nicely and I'll think better of it. But otherwise, if you have nothing nice to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and other juby things. And if you want, and until next time, see you later.